shits, do you think
you
we've
fall
And you
ever
type.
And you go
went
all
to
the way
sat
in.
down
Right,
without
right.
looking at the toilet? How could you even do that?
I've
We
started
didn't
an
even know
argument
where you're
over that.
When you run in the bathroom real quick, the
How do
lights
you
are
even
still
know where you're
off.
going if you
You
didn't
don't
look?
even turn the light on and you just
'Cause
go and you
you
I'm just
squat
saying,
know.
right,
down in the
fellas?
toilet.
Don't be scared, fellas. Speak up. Speak up.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
Well,
Have you
why
ever
is it-
taken a shit and not looked at the toilet seat?
What's up? It's Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Gigi McGuire.
I'm Stephanie Santiago.
Adjua Styles.
I'm Ghost.
What you eating ice?
mouth.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on over here? All right,
I'm South
Adjua.
Street Ghost. What up?
That's right. And, we have this new segment we've been doing to start the show. It's called Full Disclosure, where we tell a story about ourselves. It could be embarrassing. It could just be funny. It could be something that's just a little
Now you tell me
anecdote.
about this.
All right, so should I start?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give a full disclosure story. So, when I was in college, I was dating this guy, and I was at his house, and I didn't really know, what I was doing. And I think I gave him a really dry hand job, and it burnt him like a rug burn.
Oh my God.
Oh, Angela.
And he told me the
Gee.
next day that where he was like, yeah,
He has whelps?
I don't think he had wells, but he said it burned, I guess, because I didn't
That's crazy.
do no lotion or
That's
whatever you're
crazy.
supposed to do.
Spit.
He was a bitch
crazy.
ass nigga, man.
He should have said something.
Take a dry hand job.
Right?
Nothing wrong
Like,
with a dry hand job.
that's his own fault.
You said
That
there's nothing
sounds
wrong with
crazy.
it.
I'm just saying.
That seems painful.
Well, don't
No,
judge
man.
me. I'm just saying this is a long time ago.
You
So-
gave me hand jobs without lotion in your
Definitely.
hand.
right,
That's
but
a
it
dry
worked
hand
out
job.
okay.
It did.
Once you bust, it ain't dry no more.
There you go.
She
Saying.
said it did.
It did. It did.
All right, so does anybody else have a full disclosure story? Am I the only one?
You might be on your own today, sis.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, damn.
I'm thinking. I'm trying to think.
Oh, I have a
Full
full disclosure
disclosure.
story.
Okay, Steph.
One time I was having I had a great night with this guy. We went out drinking. We had this great blackout drunk night. Whatever. We went to sleep and I woke up and I peed on the bed.
Ooh,
And he's in the bed too, but he has one of them extra big king beds.
a California king.
No, bigger than California, like a customized one, right?
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I'm just not gonna get up until he gets up. So finally he got up and I changed the sheets and I cleaned it up and I acted like it never happened.
Like
He
it
never
didn't
even
happen.
noticed.
Okay, that's not
Good
bad.
for you.
You didn't get
But
busted.
it
so.
happened though. It
He
happened.
probably
did.
wouldn't even
It
have cared. Like,
happened.
would a guy care? You wouldn't care.
No,
So
he would
listen,
care.
when you pee,
You would?
No,
He
if you had
definitely
peed on
would
my
care.
bed,
Are you
I
kidding me?
definitely would have cared.
Yeah,
Definitely would care.
exactly.
You got that
That's
gotta
what
be a
I'm
Yeah,
disclosure.
saying.
he would
though.
be like,
I'm cool with the
no.
mistake, but you got to be like, yo, I peed on your
But-
bed.
but-
Nah, I cleaned it. I cleaned it with laundry detergent. Like he was off working out. He was like, "Oh, I'll be back, babe. I'm gonna go upstairs and work out." I was like, "Perfect. That buys me 45 minutes at least." So I went and I got the detergent. I cleaned the spot. I put brand new sheets, a whole brand new set. He's like, "Oh, babe, thanks
You're
for making the
amazing.
bed."
Yeah, right. So sweet.
That's
He's
funny
like,
because
wow.
Envy just said on the show the other day that he
Right,
just
so that's
peed the
what I was
bed.
saying.
Yeah.
Was you
No
dreaming
way.
that you
Yeah, he
was-
just recently peed the
Was you
bed.
dreaming that you
No,
was
but the
peeing in
thing
the bathroom?
is that this guy had
that's what
a
happened to
water
me.
fountain around his bed, so all you hear is like
Running
bleak, bleak,
water.
bleak, bleak,
You could
bleak,
dream me
bleak,
taking
bleak,
the piss.
bleak.
Yeah, that's what happened to Envy.
Definitely,
He
definitely.
did.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what happened to me. That's why I
Definitely.
asked. Was you
Definitely.
dreaming?
That
I was
happened to me
definitely
before.
dreaming.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
You
dreaming.
wake up.
okay.
Yeah, no, that happened to me.
Next
I
thing you
dreamed
know,
I was
it's
taking a
like-
piss and be like, wait,
I'm
That's
not
where
in
we
the
were
I
you?
toilet.
think this is a dream.
I don't remember this.
And you wake up.
And you didn't pee on yourself.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was at
scream.
home.
It was at home. I tinkled a little
He
bit.
didn't
you never
tell
say
you.
nothing. No.
No, he didn't tell
ain't
me.
I did, but you mentioned it lightly later on.
Oh, okay. And
Way
she just
later.
I
didn't
don't
pay
recall.
attention.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, so you sneakily peed
Wasn't
in
on
the
the
bed.
bed.
Yeah,
though.
right.
It's like a couple drops in the, my drawers. That's
Caught it,
it.
caught
It's
it.
I
hard
ain't
to
peed the
stop
bed.
peeing
So
when
that's
you're
your
in the
full
middle of it.
disclosure.
Cause you feel it like, oh shit, and then you know.
But isn't
Then
it
you wake
hard to
up.
like stop midstream? No?
I feel like
Not me.
once
I
it's
feel like
happening,
I've dreamt
it's
that and been
happening.
able to go
You
to the
know what I'm
bathroom.
saying?
So
Like you're
Sometimes.
in there.
Depends on how drunk
No, you can
are.
stop mid
Oh.
dream sometimes.
Yeah, it depends on how
Just
drunk
like
Oh,
you
no,
are.
no. Actually, there's been times knowing that when you're dreaming that you're about to pee, you're going to pee on yourself. There's been times that I've been in the dream about to use the bathroom like, No, no, no.
Get your ass up.
Caught
You
the
can't
dream.
do that.
Officer Bird says you
Caught
gotta
the
go.
dream.
This isn't it.
All right, now, Styles, but you were smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Adjua and I had a little Q&A, and we want to see if you agree with her answers.
Okay.
All right, so if you guys are going on a road trip, who would do most of the driving?
Me.
Okay, ding, ding, ding. That's correct. She agreed with that. Who's more likely to say, I'm too tired to have sex?
Her.
Oh, okay. She said that too.
Definitely her.
That's a shame. She's laughing like it happens a lot.
No, it's just always me. Being
I
tired.
would never be say
No,
that.
you tried. You said that one time.
Couple, like here and there,
Yeah.
but mostly I could be half dead. I'll figure it
You're like,
out.
I'll make it happen.
Definitely.
All right. Who is more likely to apologize first?
Me.
Dan, you guys are on point. All right.
Told you.
Which one of you is better in bed?
Her.
She said that too. This is okay. So what makes her better in bed than you?
Cheated. They cheated.
Yeah, right.
Nah, he wasn't.
Nah,
He
he wasn't even
kidding.
there.
I wasn't
Yeah.
kidding.
I don't know. I'll nut quicker. Right?
Most men do.
Yes,
Yeah, so
pretty
that,
much.
I mean,
But it's not over after that, right?
nah, I'm a second nutter.
Okay.
The second nutter.
I'm a third nutter, actually. I can pull out a third nut, but the second nut is
Good for
definitely.
you, girl.
Is it ever like, this is going on too long, I'm tired?
Mm-mm.
Once it gets started, you're okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So what's one thing that you guys haven't done that you would like to try? Let's see if you can guess what she said about this.
I have the slightest idea.
There's nothing you want to try that you guys haven't done yet?
I'm trying to think.
Let's see.
Her or me?
You. One thing that you want to try that you guys haven't done yet. You done it all?
25 years. I'm saying we
mean,
better have
I can't-
explored a lot.
yeah, I
Pretty
can't-
much got it right.
I
Angela.
can't think of anything.
Okay, she said the same thing.
That was
I
the
really-
answer. That was
I
the
really
answer,
can't.
right?
Y'all done everything.
Yeah,
love
I
it.
can't really think
we
of
wanted at
anything that
least.
was.
Yeah.
That was
All right, let's see if you
definitely
get
the
this
answer.
right, though. This one's a tough one. What's the longest period of time you've gone without sex in your relationship?
No, he knows this.
Couple weeks.
Oh, you don't know it.
Okay, that's the only one y'all don't agree on.
What'd she say?
She said 1 month.
That's a couple weeks.
I mean,
That's a
technically,
couple
it's
weeks.
A couple
Oh, I'm
is two.
sorry.
4
I mean,
weeks.
yeah, about a month. Actually, it would be.
But you can't switch it.
Actually, it'd
Nah.
be like a month, 5 weeks. Actually.
So what happened that y'all for this?
her.
Him.
I love it. I love it. It's so good.
All right, this isn't good. This
It's so
isn't good.
good.
No, but it's probably ego or ignorance.
Most
One of us
likely.
not wanting to give in. But then he always says
So
Most
y'all were in an
likely.
argument for that
No,
long.
you know what it is. To
probably.
be
Yeah, we
honest?
definitely weren't speaking.
Definitely probably was not speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the word you used to call me?
Ignorant.
No. I'm talking about
that
sexually.
one.
Sexually, a monger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he can have sex all the time.
Right.
All the
Like, you know, I
time.
think most men, especially if you're a middle-aged man and you get horny, you want to use it.
Like I got
you don't
Like,
lose
think
it,
about
you
how
don't
many
use
young
it, you
people
lose
are on
it.
Viagra
Right.
and all these
Right.
pills young. So if you're you're middle-aged to, if you're 30 and up and your joint work, you kind of want to take the shot when it's there.
Exercise.
It's up.
It's up.
That's
Yeah.
where are you?
That's him all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Have you ever tried Viagra?
No,
No.
he doesn't need to.
I don't
Okay.
do Viagra.
No, I just say some people
Shout
like
out to the Bach, Juices
No.
for Life.
Come
And the
on,
building,
okay.
shout out to the
Diet,
Bach
Shout out
shots.
to around the world.
The diet
You know
made
what
everything
I mean?
worse.
Shout out to the clean diet. Fellas, if your slime don't work, it's your blood. It's your blood or the chemistry. That's what literally is. Your blood's not working or you do not belong having sex.
So there's some clogged arteries
that
going on
person.
based
With that
on your
person,
diet.
you do not belong having sex. That's your energy beyond your body going,
This ain't right.
this ain't right. There's something beyond you and that person that's going,
That's deep.
nah, it's just
or
not
it could
working.
be stress. It could be
It
stress.
could be that because no,
It could.
I'm pretty sure that is, you know, you go in
Like if
high school or junior high or college. There's been a time you was like, this person's attractive. I like them. They like me.
I can't get hard.
and something did not work.
yeah, I wouldn't say it's
Chemistry.
all right, but you're right about diet because a lot of guys will be like, there's guys whose dicks can only get like halfway hard sometimes. You ever experience that? And you're like, is this as hard as it gets? It's like something.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
You said what?
It's been a minute, so
Yeah.
I can't.
You're like,
I
I,
would hope so. I was telling you.
It's been a minute, so I don't know.
Now, the other day when you guys were in the Breakfast Club, you guys were talking about a argument that was kind of a petty argument. So I want to ask y'all, what's the pettiest argument you ever had in a relationship that you could think of? Like something really petty and y'all really argued about it, and then later
Well,
on was
for
like,
us, I remember the last one before the last one was he like flung the covers over.
Mm-hmm.
You know when your partner
Yo.
flings the cover over super hard and then like flings it on top of you and they were heavy. So I was annoyed. He woke me up.
flinging the covers.
Yeah, because he could have just like peeled them back nicely, but he flung the comforter
Maybe he
all the way
peed a
over.
little.
It was too much wind. It's like you dumped a cover on me. It's
Yeah,
like
it
a
was.
cover.
Yeah,
It's like a comforter.
petty.
It couldn't
See?
have been that.
It's so petty you can't even
It couldn't have been
identify
like a
with it.
weight
I've
dropping on
had
you.
so many petty arguments in my past relationship that we are not talking about anymore. That I don't. They were all petty. The pettiest
give
of the
us an
pettiest of the petty.
example. What's a
You've
petty
been
argument?
through a lot of them.
He
You
breathes
was
too
there
much.
to
He
witness.
breathes too loud.
No,
Just petty.
like what's a petty argument? Tell us.
Oh, you know what? There was a time when he got mad at me because I fell asleep sucking his dick.
Okay. Okay.
I fell asleep like
does that
digging
even
while
happen?
my-
Shit. Wait a minute.
That's
Wait
not
a
I
minute.
was
petty, bro.
sleepy.
That would
does
definitely be
that
an argument in
happen?
Styles' household.
I was
How does that happen?
sleepy because I was already sleepy when he pulled it out, and I really didn't want to do it. But
Oh,
me
got
being
it.
the
Okay,
team
that
player
way.
that I
Got
am,
it.
I still attempted, knowing damn well I was finna fall asleep. And the next thing I was,
Got it.
I was asleep. He was so mad at me for
I
falling
totally
asleep.
wasn't prepared for lip service.
I fell asleep during sex once. I'm not gonna lie.
See, I haven't fell asleep during sex,
I definitely
but
did.
I definitely fell asleep
I
giving
woke
head.
back up.
No, how?
Because I get up at 4:00 in the morning every day. I'd be exhausted. And so sometimes you want to, like you said, be a trooper and be like, all right, I'm exhausted, but I'll do it. And then it was just taking too long.
Just don't do it if you're gonna fall asleep.
But I didn't plan it.
Right.
It just was taking too long. And I was like, I feel like this too. If you don't have to get up early, respect that and like do it quick. You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying? Just do it quick. Don't be
Agreed.
Get
trying
to
to.
the straight to
Agreed.
the point.
Don't be
Get
trying
what you
to
need
make
and get out of there. Get what you need and get going.
Let's just get it
I
over
gotta
with.
get up.
We gotta get this day started.
Agreed. Agreed.
I'm doing this for you.
That's so offensive to men. I just want to say.
I know. But I wouldn't.
And it,
But I've told you that. This
That's
is for
what I
you.
wanna say,
Like
is I
this
was
is
gonna
for you.
go.
Like
this she'll be like, nah, this is for you. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Handle.
I wouldn't
Wait a
say
minute.
Listen, do
that.
what you gotta do, but listen,
It's
that's
like more
love.
like, nah, like,
well, just be like
It's kinda
considerate
like,
of the
I know
time.
you
We
need
have
the
to
nut.
go
Handle your business.
yeah, like,
because
We
you
on the
always want it
move.
at the wrong time.
The only reason I wouldn't say hurry up is because I think that would mess him hurrying up.
That's true.
You know what I
didn't
mean?
think
Like I
about
kinda
wouldn't
does.
say that
Right.
because I would feel like mentally it would make him
Right.
feel like, damn, she don't even want to do
Right.
it.
No, but this no.
So I would just act
It's
like
all
I was
good.
like,
But I get that.
yeah. So I'll act like really hyping into it, and then I fell asleep.
Crazy.
Look, I tried.
Crazy.
But you woke up.
You get an E for effort. Yeah, I woke up. I woke back up, and he was mad. He was like, "Did you fall asleep?" And I was like, "No." But you knew I fell asleep.
That's like when you fall asleep during a movie and then like, did you
Yes.
fall asleep? You're like, no. I saw what happened.
Stephanie, what about you? What's a petty argument? I know you've had plenty because I feel like I've been around when you've been on the phone arguing.
I just had a petty argument like yesterday because I took my location off from my phone and he said, "Oh, why you took your location off? Because you wanted to go out?" And I'm like, first of all, I took my location off because you were getting on my nerves. So it started a big argument and I ended up turning my location back on.
Okay.
But that was pretty petty, right?
Yes.
I remember.
And I mean,
It's
we
petty
were
like mine.
arguing for like 3 hours about this. That's petty as fuck.
yeah, that's silly.
But I can go on and on. You want another one? I can
Yeah,
go on
I
and
think we
on
all
and
could go on and on, right?
I think,
Definitely
I
with
think most
pettiness.
arguments are petty in a
Right.
relationship or anything you in.
I could go
It's the
on and
big shit
on.
that you get over and you figure out together and you be like, because it weighs too heavy.
Right.
And it kind of like, you like, all right, we got to figure this shit out. But it's the petty shit is when personality kicks in.
Yeah.
Like your own little
Ego.
personality
Right.
and your ego is more like over.
Like put the toilet seat up.
Stupid
You ain't
shit.
got to pee on it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
There's nothing
stupid
more
shit.
disgusting. Have you ever gone to the bathroom? He didn't put the toilet seat on. Put the toilet seat up, and you sit down and it's a
Oh,
little
that's
wet.
another
my
petty
Yes.
argument that I've
Yes.
had.
What is wrong
Then you get a
with-
pimple on your leg.
And you
the next
like,
day.
did I just
Oh
sit in
my
his
God.
urine?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's late night. It's
No,
liquor.
no. Mm-mm.
You
Flip.
can't see the
That's
toilet.
unacceptable.
Flip it and flip it.
That is
You
But
don't
unacceptable.
why
know.
not flip the
No,
seat up?
because
Right.
say like on a sober night. See, I don't understand this. You might piss with your right hand. You might be drunk and piss with your left on a drunk night. And you might not even thought about the toilet seat
Come
or none
on.
of that.
That takes
No, I think about the toilet
half a
seat, but I
second.
might have left it up. But it's like, why? Whoever sits down? Man, we take shits, so we got to sit down too. I just want to say,
Yeah.
a man has never sat down and not looked at the toilet seat.
No,
In
but
the
sometimes
history of
it's
taking
dark.
a shit, because y'all, we all
Taking
sit down. Like y'all don't sit down to, we don't sit down to pee, but we sit down to shit. So I just don't know how a woman ever sits down
Because you be in
without
a rush.
looking at
No, it's
where
that
the
you
fuck
be
the toilet
you
seat
be with
is.
your eyes still closed. You
Yes,
don't really want to
right.
wake up.
Like, I don't
So
turn
you
the
look
light
at
on.
the
The
fellas in the
and
room, look at their
boom,
face.
you're living in the toilet. Now your
Thank
home
you.
is the toilet. That's
Exactly.
where
And
you
you be
live.
like, this is
All
extra
up
cold
in
when the seat's
toilet.
up.
Right.
We take shits. Do you
Or
think
you
we've
fall
and you
ever
tight.
and you go
went
all
to
the way
sat
in.
down
Right,
without
right.
looking at the toilet? How could you even do that?
I've started
We
an
didn't even know
argument
where you're
over
going.
that.
When you run in the bathroom real quick, the
How do
lights
you
are
even
still
know where
off.
you're going if you didn't
don't
look?
even turn the light on and you just
'Cause
go and you
you
I'm just
squat
saying,
No.
right,
and go in the
fellas?
toilet.
Don't be scared, fellas. Speak up. Speak up.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
Well,
Have you
why
ever
is it-
taken a shit and not looked at the toilet seat? No man in here.
Why is it so hard
Have
to put
y'all
it down?
ever taken a shit in the dark?
Yeah.
No.
I take a
There's
shit
been a
in the
time you
dark.
definitely sat on the seat by accident and it was up and not down. Like you definitely sat on the cold hard
Porcelain.
porcelain.
Not
and
in
the
our
seat.
house.
Not in my crib. If
You
I
have
did,
this
it was
one.
because of me.
Yeah, that's
So I
what I'm saying.
couldn't
But you've done
complain.
it.
But I don't even recall that happening.
Because I'm a look.
Whatever.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, I'm going to look. I'm going to take a
Exactly,
look.
Steph. You don't buy it.
Even if it's dark, I'm going to touch the toilet before I even, like, you got to, it's a lift.
He gonna
It's a
feel
whole
around,
process.
make sure everything is right.
Like, you know
Right,
what I mean?
exactly.
Okay, sure.
I'm just saying.
Now, let me ask you this, Adjua. Do you think a woman can change a man? You know, they always say, oh, he is
Definitely,
who he is.
if he wants to be. I mean, like, and not intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just by example, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Or like what he wants. Like, if she's, for example, like I changed him.
Facts.
I like the look
Her-
she gave when
I
you said it
changed
too.
him. I made him. No, seriously. So I mean,
go with that.
when they experience a certain person that brings them certain things that they haven't had before, I think they're just willing to just keep going that way.
Talk
you
your
know?
shit.
Now, Adjua, this is a
You're-
good time to plug
Yeah.
your book.
Yes, the Ethereal Hike. I actually have one
Out now.
with me out now.
Right.
Yes.
And-
Amazon.com,
on with it, come on
BarnesandNobles.com.
with it,
Go to
come
on. I love it.
MrsAdjuaStyles.com for all information of where she is at. You know what I mean? Twitter, she is Mrs. Adjua Styles. Instagram, she is Adjua Styles.
Yes.
Now, do you feel like you changed her in your relationship?
I feel like we changed each
definitely.
other.
I do.
1,000%. I think
Yeah.
that's what all relationships are about, pretty
Right.
much.
Because
Of
people
what
always tell you,
could-
you can't change somebody. You can't change
Nah,
somebody.
Well, you can't.
You
like,
can unless they're willing to.
Right.
Want to change.
Right.
And they want
Yeah.
to, and they want to. Both our changes come from being, we want to be together. We want to try to build something bigger
And you want to be the
Better
best person you can be for each other.
and
And
stronger.
we're always
yeah.
learning from each other too. You want to learn something from your partner, you know? Because when you stop learning from each other, it kind of gets boring. You know?
Yep.
All right, now I have this other segment we have called True Sex, and this is a new story that's about sex, and I want to hear what y'all have to say about this story. Now, this story is about boxers or briefs. Now, 15% of couples have issues with fertility, and 40% of the time, did you know that it's the male that has the issue? So a lot of times we look at the woman and we're like, oh, she didn't do this, or she's having issues, or it's her eggs. But 40% of the time, it is the male. Now, did you know that it does matter if you wear boxers or briefs
Nope, I didn't know that.
when it comes to men?
I did.
Okay, so break it down for us.
Any dude out there, anyway, when you're over about 28, switch to boxer briefs. Protect your nuts.
Protect
Hold
your
them
nuts.
up.
They're gonna
Just
drop.
like we got to wear bras.
See,
Y'all
learning.
gotta-
Yeah,
they're
no,
gonna
you gotta
drop.
finish
They're
your
nuts.
shit.
I've been
learning.
wearing boxer briefs for. I haven't wear a pair of regular boxers since I don't even know how.
Did you
long.
ever wear
Let me tell
tidy
you.
whities?
No.
Let me
Not
just
even
say
as a
something.
kid?
This
Yeah,
is
as a
kinda
kid,
off-
that don't
okay.
count.
This
When
kinda
I've never
off
seen
subject.
them.
That don't
age
count.
do you what age do you switch over from like, tidy whities?
teens. Late teens.
Tidy
From tidy
whities?
whities?
To boxer briefs.
Tidy whities.
Oh, no,
you
no, no,
went,
no.
I went
That's
from.
like-
I went from tidy
It's
whities
like 12, I would say.
to boxers.
To boxer
And
briefs.
then when I got older, it's like, nah, I gotta protect my nuts. Boxer briefs.
Let me
Was it
tell
a
you.
big deal when you made that transition from tidy whities to boxers? Like, you know how for girls we start wearing a bra and it's like, oh my God, I'm wearing a bra. Is it the same thing for guys?
Nah, I mean, I don't know. For
Yeah,
me,
but you didn't like boxer briefs at first.
yeah, I didn't like boxer
Not
briefs
at
at
all.
first.
I used
for
to
the
try to get
beginning.
them from him. He's like, these are biking shorts.
Yeah, they was weird. They was weird at
It was weird
first.
at
Biking
first.
shorts.
They was definitely weird at first until I wanted to protect my nuts. Until I really understood
Realized
about
why.
Yeah, because then
fertility
your
and
nuts
the
are
nut
gonna
drop.
end up down on your knees. You gotta leave them. You gotta keep them tight and right.
You know, boxes were invented in
Nah, but nuts,
1925.
but nuts also, pardon
That's
me,
crazy.
nuts fluctuate too sometimes with exercise.
They fluctuate. What do you mean? Like
They get tighter?
Like you can
Like
work out your
sometimes-
nuts. Like
No, they get soft and or
They get
long,
softer or longer. Like there's times she grabbed my nuts and be like, "Wow, your nut pack is tight." Like it went up tight.
But
and then
that's
there's
when you're about
times
to come.
My nut pack is
That
low.
too.
It's about to come and just I think about
You've been jogging.
jogging,
Right.
testosterone, squatting.
Yeah, they be
Because
changing
I don't
around.
really know,
they be
but nuts
changing
change.
around,
Because you can
right?
feel them
I
and
didn't
think
know
other
that.
things too. Like,
Yeah,
they
nuts
were
change.
used.
around.
They were
They were used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, you could tell.
Yeah, you would think so.
You can tell when a guy used his nuts by feeling them.
No, I could tell like if I
The
think
nut weight.
the weights. Yep.
The weight of the
Yep.
nut.
I agree with that.
That's
Yeah.
real.
I agree with that because
That's
if
some
my
real
man
married
leaves
couple
and
shit right
his nuts are all tight and then he comes home and they're all flaccid and loose,
Right,
like the
exactly.
fuck was you
He could have
doing?
rubbed one out
Exactly.
though.
You
That's
did
it.
rub
At the
one
gym.
out.
He
Where?
could've rubbed
When
one
you
out.
was at?
Which means
Like
Wait,
I'm a,
wait,
I'm a,
where
I
did
never
it
rub one out in
go?
the gym. That's weird.
Yeah, that is
For
weird.
me. I don't know about nobody
And I'm
else.
just saying, like, where we
I'm
rub
a rub one
at.
out. Like I'm a over the toilet rub one out.
See, I
Oh,
ain't
you
crazy.
started
I'm
rub
not
one out.
crazy, but then
Over
I'm
the
the crazy
toilet.
bitch.
No,
I'm a
like
crazy
I'll
bitch.
I'm just
Just
saying.
put the
you
seat
brought
up
me
when
here.
you do it.
You brought me here.
You said you brought
You
me
brought me here. This,
seat
we
up.
were,
That's your idea,
like,
Angela.
you know what it is? Because I feel
I don't
guilty
wanna
about
sit
a
in that.
rub one out. Because sometimes you feel like damn, I just
well, you
rubbed one
should
out.
because you always want to have sex.
No,
so
you
if you have to.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because you got to take care of your nuts. Men, it's poison there. It's poison and you got to get rid of it.
It's poison.
It got to go. Nah,
So where
a
did
nut
the
backup
poison
problem
go?
leads to bad
Anger.
energy and
Anger and
anger.
frustration.
Yeah.
Like if you don't skeet fast enough and quick enough, you're mad.
Road rage.
And you don't really know about it. So that's a kind of a frustration. So you gotta kind of
Release.
release.
So clearly, we have a healthy sex relationship.
Now, let me get back to this true sex story I was telling you about. But the real reason why they say that it's not good to wear tighty whities and sometimes even boxer briefs for guys is because of the heat. And they say, yes. So obviously, like that makes your balls a little warmer, which makes it a lot harder for your sperm production. It's like trying to keep it cool. Like you have to keep it like it's in a wine cellar. And you produce
makes
more
sense.
You need to
sperm
breathe.
when it's
Let me
cooler.
tell you something. When you get middle aged
Cold balls, cold balls.
and you do a jump squat with boxes, you in the gym, you go for a
Jump
layup,
squat.
jump squat, some kind of leaping thing, and your nuts is loose, you possibly could hurt yourself. So it's kind of a 50-50. Because when you get middle aged, you could do a certain leap, and it was like, oh, nah, I gotta keep my nuts tight. So they made, you know what though? They do have boxer briefs with the cool shit now.
Right.
No, I noticed that. I was
Yeah.
just about to
No, they
mention
got
that
the
they have
boxer-
the
y'all
cool
shit.
shit.
What's
We
that?
have
They got the
breathable
boxer
ones.
briefs
Wow.
They're breathable.
where it keep you with cool nuts.
Yeah, no, they're breathable.
Because damp nuts is
I know
whack
I know
too.
the
What is it
whole
like?
commercial
Like
and
the hole
everything.
cut out or something?
No,
Nah,
it's the fabric. It got
the
an
fabric
tell
they
me,
got
it just
makes your
breathable
nuts
fabric.
breathable.
Yes, I
Yeah,
saw the
breathable
Because
commercial.
sometimes when you wear boxer briefs,
They be a little sweaty.
It's sweaty, and then
And
it
you
be
got the-
sticking to the leg.
and you got the pubes
and then
and
when
you
you go
working
to
out
suck
and you
his dick,
chilling.
his balls are salty because he been
like
sweating.
you get salty balls.
Yeah.
And then it's a
So-
little air.
Yeah,
It's a little
musty.
air that you could get in the
little
summertime,
hot.
fresh after the gym.
So,
It's
so
dumb
the cool
whack.
factor in the new underwears are actually a good.
It's better for your sperm
It's a
count.
good thing.
better
It's better for your
count,
sperm.
and you don't
your
get
scent
salty
count.
balls.
It's
Yeah,
a
your
win.
scent
Your
count.
scent count.
Your scent
a
What
win.
count.
about do
That's
balls
crazy.
like? Do they get because they call it bat wings when it gets stuck to your thighs? Like if it's hot out and sweaty.
Oh my
Amateur.
God! Why?
My
That's
balls ain't
gross.
that old.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah, that's
45.
crazy.
That was so old.
That's
Well, I ain't gonna lie. When that happened
That's
to
actually
me,
so gross.
take me out back, boo. Old yellow me.
Oh my!
Old yellow me put me down like a dog.
Oh,
This shit may get low, but stuck to a thigh is different.
If it's hot.
But like a butterfly,
You're
you
hot,
gotta
sticky,
picture
hairy.
it. You gotta
Something's
picture
different
it.
if you get. If that happened to me, I ain't even telling nobody. Keep it a
you gotta
thousand.
be like, shh.
Wow.
Why
That's
you gonna
gross.
see it? It's gonna
I
be like,
turned
I
down
seen
sex from a guy
that.
one time because he was wearing regular boxers.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
So what
What?
happened?
We
He
were
pulled out
about
his
to
pants
have
and he was like,
sex.
"Nah, I'm
I
good."
couldn't do it.
Because he had on regular
They looked
boxers.
like he bought them from the poppy store. I couldn't do it.
He
They
bought
was-
it from the Hector Julio store.
You wear
Poppy
regular
store.
boxers.
They was like-
they have to be high end with a
They
name
have to be
brand.
nice.
Nah,
right.
they was
Like,
like
boxer briefs, you
look
can
like he
wear
bought them from
anything.
Walmart.
Hanes,
Yeah,
Fruit of the
exactly,
Looms,
exactly.
Calvin Klein,
Polos, exactly. Brooks
not
Brothers,
U.S. Polo Association.
not
that.
the U.S.
Nah,
Polo
never
Not
Association.
that,
that,
but
never
Brooks
almost
Brothers,
anything,
anything,
but that.
right.
But with
But
regular boxers,
regular, they was like baggy.
you gotta have. They gotta
No.
be polo and better.
They was like real
It
baggy.
gotta be polo and better.
And I was just like,
So how do you turn it down at that moment?
He was fresh home.
I haven't seen a guy. Yeah, that
That nigga was
nigga
fresh
just
home,
came
keep it
home from the
1,000.
feds,
He was fresh
yo.
home. I had 2 years at home. Keep it a
For
buck.
sure, no more than 2 years.
I just faked
no
like I got my
more.
period.
Good
And
one.
it was
Like,
over.
Oop, just got my period.
Yeah.
He
What if
definitely
he was
just
like,
came home.
I don't care?
No, we wasn't that cool. I cared.
That is
You know, you cool
funny.
enough with a nigga and you can go run the red light.
That
But
is
if you ain't
funny.
on that time with a nigga, you ain't run no red light. So I cared. And
That's
it wasn't
funny.
even about the period. It was because the period, that was a lie. It
'Cause
was that
guys don't care
He had
about-
on them boxer briefs that was real. They was like bigger and baggier than his actual
That's
jeans.
crazy.
Like it just was a bad situation.
Maybe he had to borrow them
And
from
I was
someone.
all the way turned off.
Nah, he
Like-
just came home.
He just
That's
came home. I ain't gonna
For
lie.
sure. For sure.
How long was he home? Keep it a buck.
I don't even know, but I ain't.
He was fresh home for
Yeah.
a couple
He was
years.
Freshly.
Was he a felon though? Can we get to this?
Probably.
He
Okay,
was
cool.
home from
That's
the
what
feds.
happened.
For sure.
He was definitely a hood nigga, so yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. But
Now, have you ever got caught like you wasn't really doing nothing, but it seemed like you were, and you didn't really have a valid explanation? And I'm gonna get to this Ask Yee question somebody sent in,
that's
right?
interesting.
Like sometimes things just seem like it's no point in me even explaining this because you're not gonna believe it. Has that ever happened? Because listen to this question. Okay, I'm a software developer and I live in Seattle. I'm getting my master's in computer science, and my capstone project is to develop a new dating app. To do research, I downloaded a dating app, but I did not tell my girlfriend I was doing this beforehand. She's now extremely upset, doesn't trust me, and is considering calling our engagement off. He doesn't know what to do because she just doesn't believe him.
So why didn't he let her see his activity so that he can show that he just had the app for research?
He was
might-
at work.
And that he wasn't out there fishing.
He was at work.
She just doesn't trust him, and now she doesn't. And like
Would
certain
you trust
things,
your man if you found out he was on a dating app?
Right.
He
well,
created
my
the
boyfriend's
dating
not a
app.
software developer, so
Right.
If he said when he turns around and says,
But-
first of all, bro, no, this from her. Listen,
is from-
sis, it's a big difference from a guy on a dating app and a guy creating a dating
But
app.
he downloaded one for research purposes
Right.
and didn't tell her.
And
like,
and
I'm
maybe
gonna
he is like
download
on there
But
talking to
people.
once he
Exactly.
says and could prove that he's actually
what I said. Did he prove
creating,
it?
she should just fall back. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
But don't you think he should have told
He
her?
should have told her.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
think he should have mentioned
He
it.
should've
Like,
told her, like,
Because
oh,
that's
babe, I'm
something if you-
developing this app, so I'm gonna
Yeah, because
download
it
this
just
one for
seems sketchy if you
research.
find out.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
And that's also something
Would
interesting,
you want
like
to
at
hear
work.
his job if he was a garbage man?
Yeah, I would care about
If
what
he
you
was
do.
the garbage man, should he
like,
say,
hey,
"Hey,
babe, I'm gonna
hey,
go
boy,
pick
at
up this
12, I picked
garbage.
up dead rats,
But there's
raccoons,
nothing that-
spoke with John."
There's nothing
About-
that him being a garbage man.
No, I'm just saying.
There's nothing that he does being a garbage man that can compromise their relationship. But
Right.
there's something about being on a dating website that can compromise your relationship.
Right.
That is a good
so
point.
he should have told her.
I'm
Right.
going to say that as a
That's
Fuck,
what happens at
fellas.
home. Yeah.
fuck.
He said that's
man.
what
Try to
happened
be
now.
smart.
Yeah.
Try to be smart for us. Trying to help the fellas out here, man.
Like, let's say you were doing a song, right? And it was about dating apps or something like that. And you were like, you know what? I want to see what goes on, what kind of lingo people use. Let me download this app. Let's just say
Now I'ma
you
say
would
it.
tell Adjua,
I'm
like,
going to say
definitely
it because
tell
I
him.
have to.
and so he should have
He
to.
might have not known she was the type of lady that he had to tell. It could have just thought, "Hey, I'm doing this. This is what's happening." She may not be offended. He may have not even thought about it.
Well-
he could have just been at work and not even been thinking about her because he was at work.
I'm sure he thinks about her at work. Especially on a dating app. You're thinking about your girl if you're on a
Exactly.
dating app. I would think your fiance. But listen,
She comes across your mind
all
for sure.
this to say, are there things when you're in a relationship, right? Like being married, are there certain things that you just don't bring up because it's not relevant, you feel like? But
Not with us.
Nah.
Not with us.
You
We
got to
talk
bring
about
up everything. Years ago, when they first, I could tell you something. I couldn't even explain this. When they first made, what's the shit that you put under these?
Thermals?
The thermals, the Nike dry fit things
Okay.
They're the ones that look like tight.
They're
in the
tight.
boxes.
Okay.
You remember that? She said, and it was after the hot nuts. This was crazy. Hot nuts, hair. She was like, these smell funny. And I was like, what are you talking about? This was years ago. I said, this is the scent on these things. Like,
Oh,
she said, no, this smells like sperm. I said, this don't smell like sperm. What the fuck you talking
It
about?
smells like
she was
sperm.
like, nah. You know, like your Nike under the thing things?
Under the
I
thing.
worked out
Your
them and
Spanx.
I ain't wash them.
Ugh.
And they had kind of the under nut
well,
hair,
the body.
ball smell.
Yeah.
Like 4 days, 3 days in the gym, they could get that. The dry fit nut joints.
So you wore them
Under
for
the
3
things.
days?
He didn't wash them.
I
He
didn't
learned his
wash
lesson.
them. I just worked out in them. And she said, and they did. It had a peculiar smell. It wasn't like, because it comes
It
with a
wasn't a
fabric
regular,
that's different
normal
from cotton
smell.
Right.
Mhm, we know
and
that dry
silk
fit
and all that
fabric.
other shit. It comes with
Yeah.
a kind of a
Yep.
a
And I
hot
do the laundry.
iron, hot smell.
polyester.
Polyester hot smell. She was like, nah, nigga. These smell
smell
funny. I was like, nah, that's workout. She was like, nah, that's nut. I was like, hell no, that's workout. These was like when they first was invented, and that was an argument you couldn't even describe. Like,
Yep.
I mean,
sure
the
was.
explanation, like, I can't just say, this is the fabric and this is how it smells.
Nah, that
Okay,
wasn't
so
good
this
and
whole
I was
time I'm
like,
thinking he
look, it
nutted in
smelled
his
like
dry fit.
this ain't. It was weird.
Exactly. I still believe that.
Are you sure you didn't?
Nah, that was nut.
That was 3
hot
days in the gym.
That was hot
Balls.
gym, bald nut
I don't
funk.
know. How do you
Right.
work out in those tight things for 3 days and not wash them?
Now he learned his lesson. Now
Right,
he wash them after every
exactly, yep.
workout.
It's
Kidding me? You washing your
been different
boxes?
ever
You going
since.
back
What's the
Pump 'em in
longest
the
you done
thing.
wore in the same underwear in a row?
a day?
No.
I don't
you
do.
yeah,
I don't play that
he won't
shit.
do.
Okay,
I
you
am
said
a
now.
I may be
Yeah.
clean.
Guys
I
do
may be
that
cleaner
though.
than a
Guys
lot of
do that.
women.
Guys will
I'ma
wear.
keep it
He's
a-
very clean.
I'ma
He's
keep it
actually
a
very,
buck.
But what
very
about
clean.
wearing the
when
same
it comes
jeans
to
or pants?
hygiene,
He'll do that.
I do not play that shit. I
definitely
wear
do
my
that.
clothes a lot,
Right.
but my drawers, socks, tank top, t-shirt, deodorant, body wash. I had sponges way long. I had the shits before they even came out. I was years ahead of the game on body
sponges.
wash,
With
and
exfoliating and
sponges,
shit.
and
Come on with
exfoliating, scrubs.
Getting that dirt,
way
that
beyond.
dead
Yep.
skin
I
out.
don't play that shit.
Yeah. See, look. Now I'll say
Nah, I don't
this:
play that shit.
women, we
Keep it
wash our
1,000 on that.
jeans and our pants and stuff like that. Like right the one time we wear them one time and wash them. Y'all guys will wear like the same jeans
Over and over without washing
3
them.
times and not wash them.
3 times? You're not supposed to wash jeans after 3 times as a guy. And it depends on what your hustle is and what you're doing. You wash jeans like when they need to be washed.
For me personally, I
How
don't
do
like
you
About
know
like
washing.
that
after
is?
5 to
My
6.
I don't-
son's
I
It
exactly
takes
the
at
same,
least
and
5
But
times.
guys,
to
that's
wash
how
jeans.
guys do that.
But
Nah,
for
I'm
me,
washing
for
my
me,
jeans after everywhere.
stretch
Exact
jeans,
same.
stretch jeans, like jeans with stretch, I wash them
these.
after every wear.
And guys are wearing
You have
stretch
to 'cause you
jeans
need to
now.
get them
yeah,
tight
by the
because
way.
you want them to
Yeah,
get tight again.
exactly.
But
Yep.
jeans that are cotton that I like for them to get wear, the more you
Y'all
wear
got
them,
2
the better
holes
they
down there,
fit.
though. We just got
So
one.
some jeans I
It's
won't
different.
wash
It's
them
much
for
different.
a month.
We have 2 holes.
I'll wear
No,
them
I'm
like
just
3
saying,
or
like-
4
Yeah, 2 holes too. You
times.
got
I
pins.
started-
Yeah, but I mean, y'all
I
holes
do
is
that.
different.
You know,
now.
because they
Cleaners
fit better
too,
after
yep.
you wear
It's true.
them.
Y'all may
You know
have-
what I mean?
We have 3.
Forget it.
Because guys wear
It's
tight
3
jeans.
holes. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all got.
We got
Yeah,
3 holes?
It's 3 holes. Yes.
See,
got
she ain't no
3?
neither. I'm good.
Yeah.
Me neither. Wait, 3?
The P one.
The urethra,
Oh, shit.
the
Urethra,
vagina,
vagina,
the
and the
anus.
butthole.
I put
Yeah.
those 2 together in the
Yeah,
front.
They
they
It's right
not the
there.
same.
No, they not.
He
They're
come
in the same spot.
Yeah, they right
They
there.
close.
It's
They
the same
cousins.
thing.
there, but they're not the
They're
same.
They twins.
It's like one top, bottom, inside.
twinning.
Like,
All right, now here's another question. Please keep me anonymous. All right. I've been dating this guy since November 17th and since November 2017. And since November 2018, he has been without a job. Now I work full time. I'm a mom and I go to school. He still has not found a job. He says he applies every day and goes on interviews, but no one has yet hired him. He had a gig where they were going to pay him in December, and that has yet to happen. I don't know if he's lying. I don't know what to do at this point. I've been a go-getter my whole life, and I feel like he's been dragging his feet. I love him a lot, and I want to eventually marry him, but it's like turning me off by him being okay with not having a job or
that's
even trying to
crazy.
make side money. I don't know what to do.
that's crazy.
So
How
wait,
old
he
is
doesn't have a job and he's not grabbing a pack.
Right, or trying to attempt
I was
He
gonna
hasn't had
say
a
that.
job.
You
Does
gotta
he
do
have a
something.
pack?
Like, you know
2018.
what I'm saying? Is he grabbing a pack?
How old is he?
He's not selling drugs.
She didn't say.
See, that matters too.
And does he
Right.
bring money home? We got to get to this before.
Yeah.
Apparently
not
I don't
being-
think he's bringing home no
Because I
money.
mean,
no
if
he
you
doesn't
got
sound like a
job,
hustler
you
to
gotta bring
me.
it back.
What do you mean
And
with
he
no
doesn't
job?
have
She
a
said
back,
it,
then
a
you
pack.
got-
Yeah, but he
you
doesn't
gotta
sound
bring
like
it
she
back.
just said that. He didn't say that. He doesn't
I'm
sound
just
like
saying,
a
you
hustler
asked
to
how
me.
we bring
How?
money
Because
home
any
with no
money-
job.
there's
Because
any money
she's
flowing
saying no
from the way
job,
it
no job,
sounds.
no job.
Yeah,
He
there's
doesn't
no
sound like
money.
he's getting any
There's
type
nothing.
of money.
It
Yeah.
don't even
not good.
sound like he grabbing a pack.
No.
And listen, and I know we all say, and Styles, you've said this, we're
Nah, you got to
overlooking
have
these
some
good
kind
guys.
of job.
But
Yeah,
I feel she just
definitely.
said she's been a go-getter. So as a woman who was a go-getter, should she stay with this guy who it's now 2020? And
Well,
he's
clearly they have two different outlooks.
Wait,
already
so it's been 3
with
years
how
and he
they
hasn't
go
had a
about
job?
things. So that's
She's
gonna
been
be a
taking care of him for
conflict
3
now.
years?
That's crazy.
well, since 2018, November of
So 2
2018.
years.
I honestly feel like
year
if
and
a
a
man
half.
can't
Year and
take
a
care
half.
of himself, he shouldn't have a girlfriend.
Basically.
You don't.
Basically.
It's not about being
Yeah.
able to afford a woman or not.
Exactly.
But
You gotta be able to
have
afford
to
it. You
take
don't.
care
You
of
wanna
yourself.
compliment
You
her.
gotta
You don't wanna
feed
make it
yourself,
worse.
get your own haircut, dress
add
yourself,
to the
and then on
equation.
top
Yeah,
of
that's
that, you
crazy.
gotta
Provide a
take your
place for yourself to
girlfriend
live.
out to eat dinner.
Is that vice versa, though?
And
I just
things
wanna
like
ask.
that.
Oh, that's a good question.
Is
Yes.
that vice versa?
No, I
Is-
think if a girl doesn't
just
have a
what I wanna
job, she
ask.
shouldn't. She can't afford to have a boyfriend either.
Yeah, she should definitely be self-sufficient too.
Yeah,
be
because you
bringing
got to take care of
something to
yourself
Look at
first. If you
Styles, he's
can't,
like,
Gotta
if
take
you
care of
can't take
yourself.
care, if you
Are you
can't
kidding
feed
me?
yourself,
You gotta take care
if
of
you can't
yourself.
take yourself to eat at McDonald's, you can't take your man to eat at
Right.
McDonald's either. And I'm just giving a real simple example.
Now, Styles,
You know
let me
what
ask
I'm
you, as
saying?
the only man here on the podcast, right? Does it matter to men if women aren't self-sufficient when it comes to dating?
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And I would say that because you intelligent women have made it so.
Mm-hmm.
You've made it to where, and I don't knock y'all, a lot of women make a lot of money, so if a guy doesn't, if he ain't bringing something to the table, he can't even get on a date. So now a guy who's worth something or feel like he's going somewhere is going to go, there ain't that many great guys.
Mm-hmm.
If she can't bring anything to the table, why would I date? Why would I date or want to deal with her if she can't help herself out? Like, you know what I mean? For me particularly too, with her, especially my wife, what really made me amazed by her is at the time when we were younger, and I was so used to chicks being like, I need a coat, I need sneakers, I need this, will you trick? I'd be like, hell no, would you trick on me? We never had that. Like, there would be times like we had a real friendship, and I'd be like, I don't know what I got to do from rent this month. I'm about to go hit this block and this pack. And she'd be like, yo, I got some dollars for you, got some money, just, you know. And that meant a lot to me because it meant she was self-sufficient and I
Right.
could learn from her. And that meant I knew she wasn't just trying to get me for $1. Like, she'll tell you, she bought me a cologne and a coat one day, and I think that was I was like emotionally
What
distraught
cologne?
over it.
Polo?
Polo.
Okay.
She bought me a
No, and
polo
it's good
cologne
to-
and a polo coat. And
That
I was
is so
like,
cute.
And something else, I was like,
And it's good
Yeah,
to
you
know
can
that your
believe that.
I
lady
couldn't
got
believe
your
it.
back.
It wasn't
You
my
know what I
birthday.
mean?
Yep.
It was
It
just a
wasn't
gift.
anything.
Thinking
I was
of
like,
you.
you just, why'd you do this?
You can't believe it. It's like,
I was like, what? Wait, what happened? Like, because I was so used to.
She was just thinking
Can you
about
buy
you.
me sneakers? And I was like, hell no, you got the wrong dude. Like, I don't mind. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think
Right.
a lot of dudes don't mind spending money, and it's a lot of dudes who are tricks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think a lot of ladies look at the dudes who aren't tricks like they tricks too. And there's some dudes who feel like, all right, I'll spend money, but I have value about myself and I care about myself and I got
Right.
some sort of value and I might be screwed up now, but I'm kind of valuable somewhere in life. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that kind of happens a lot. I think it's a two-way street with guys and girls.
Right.
And you got to be able to meet in between. I don't think that's really...
Yeah, I just feel
I
like
think you
people
got to have a common ground where you feel equal about it and you have an understanding about it.
right,
when you
and
meet
you
each
should
other.
date at your level. Like if you're a broke ass
Yep,
bitch, you shouldn't
exactly.
be looking for a millionaire.
yep, it's true.
You don't match.
'Cause you're
Although
looking to live
millionaires
outside
sometimes
of your
like
means.
that.
No,
That's
but I
true,
mean,
but
Guys,
still.
guys sometimes like
They
that.
want to
It's a
put their
control
cape on
thing.
and save her.
It's a control
And
thing.
that gets old.
Right.
That
because
gets
then you don't
old.
have any power
Exactly.
in a
I
relationship.
feel the same way about guys, though. I feel like guys, like if you know that a woman can provide a certain type of lifestyle for herself and you aren't up to par financially to be able to meet her
Then
at that level,
that girl don't
then
match you.
Exactly. Then don't
Yep,
even waste your
agreed.
time.
I agree.
Because You know, like if you can't,
you
if I
can't-
can go
but-
out to dinner at Noble with my girls and,
Right.
and drink shots of 42 and order whatever we off the menu, then if I'm going out with a guy, he should be able to do that or more
Nah.
and more.
See, now I don't know about
Nah,
that because
sis.
most guys can't do
no.
for me what I could do for myself, and I'll say that. And
Well,
you know,
yeah, Angela, you is a real rich bitch. I'm a fake
But
bitch.
hold
There's
on.
a difference.
Let's say
Me
this.
and Gigi, we rich broke
We
like
rich,
Lil
but we broke
Duval.
like Lil Duval.
Nah,
Right.
but,
No, you rich,
but
rich,
both
me
of
rich,
y'all,
broke. It's
everybody
different.
in here, let's just say, like, let's take hip hop out of it. And we were saying corporate America. Who stands a chance of getting a job faster, me or you?
Gigi,
Who's
Yeah.
gonna get the job faster,
The
me or
woman.
you, when we walk in? The
we
black
are
woman,
because
that
we're
been
women.
processed from the beginning of the time
Right.
to say give the black woman or the brown woman a job. This has been from miseducation of the Negro. Make your household feel inadequate. Now the dude can't take care of you. Now he don't even want to approach you because that. I can't take you to Nobles. Maybe you can take you and your girl to Nobles, and I can't. Does that make me an inefficient man? Like, you know what I mean? And I think this is my particular reason for loving this woman so much. I felt like this was a woman who could see the potential in me,
Right.
and understand where I was going and what kind of man I could be,
That's great.
and
True.
understand and say,
true.
okay, this is a corner dude. He got, he's in hip hop, but he's a corner dude. But I think he has potential to do business,
Diamond in the rough.
and together we can make it.
And that's-
as to a lady who's looking at me, because that's what I seen in everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this nigga could pay for my shit, or he can't pay for my shit.
But look
and
at
that was
how
making
long
me like,
ago that was and
I don't
how
fucking
long
need
y'all
you
been
at
together.
all.
That was a different time in y'all lives. I'm 40 years old. I'm at a time in my life where I'm not trying to see somebody who got potential. I'm trying to see somebody who's
Right.
I agree with
we,
you.
We
Right.
left one up. We
At
got each
40.
other back. At
Right.
40 years old, I'm a grown
I
ass
agree
woman.
with you.
I got good credit. I got my own everything,
Right.
and I don't need somebody
And
that's
that's
just trying to
funny.
make it.
Right.
I'm not just trying to make it with you.
I agree with
I
you
done
on
been there. I
that.
done just made it on my own.
Right.
Grind from the. You know
But
what I'm
that's
saying?
most women. Most women can make it before most brown men can make it. And that's the structure
although I
of
will say,
America.
but then men get paid more than women because we're still at
The
the
f-
bottom
the-
of
yeah,
that
the-
too, especially
Yep.
as brown women.
brown men
Yeah.
or
No, we make
Men in
less
general.
than men.
In general.
And brown women make less than brown men still.
Yes. Still.
And so we
Yeah.
still have it.
y'all got
On
more
the
power.
books, on the
y'all make
books.
it's a weird thing because y'all do make less. But I would ask you, which black man is more powerful than Oprah right now? Obama wasn't even more powerful than Oprah
Let's
when
see.
he was president. I wouldn't say.
Well, yeah, she has that whole media conglomerate. Tyler Perry's pretty powerful, I would say.
Than Oprah? Right
Ooh,
now,
I
and he's
wouldn't want
newer.
to see them do a
he has
celebrity
that
death
studio,
match.
you know,
Is
that,
he
that
more
would be
powerful?
crazy.
with the sound stages.
Y'all would say yeah? Come on, y'all can answer.
I think it's arguable.
He's more
That Tyler
powerful than
Perry's more
Oprah right
powerful
now?
than Oprah.
I think you could argue.
Speak,
I
don't
think you
whisper.
could argue that. You could argue that.
You can
She's like,
speak,
nah,
you can
I
speak.
want my
know.
voice to come out.
We can't see you. We can hear you. It's all good.
Hundreds of people right now. And Oprah does not own. She's a stake in it. He owns his. He owns. I think Oprah has power. I think Oprah.
And then you could look
I
at
said power though.
Power, not more money, more power.
I didn't say more money,
More
but
account-
But you know what it is?
Power.
Oprah has a
Yeah.
bigger platform, and like you look at somebody like Byron Allen, who owns, the Weather Channel, like all these other networks
Yeah.
and media outlets too. He might quietly have more power.
Tyler Perry
Right,
got new
right.
money compared to Oprah money. Oprah got old money.
I think the
Right.
structure has been set up for us to all have these
But
conversations.
Oprah's only one person
and
too, by
get
the
into
way.
a point of where we like who could do more for each other, what they could do, and that's kind of been set up from the beginning of time for us to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you're absolutely right. Why should you, as a 40-year-old woman, go? I'm gonna go with a 40-year-old
I'm
black
gonna
brown man who didn't
go
make it.
kick it with Raheem and help him build his
Right,
rap
exactly,
career.
right? No.
because I'm
No.
on this platform where I
Right.
sit and talk to people like you for a living.
No.
But let's just
No.
say he wants to be like,
No.
okay, let's say he is an aspiring actor. He's still doing odd jobs. He hasn't hit it big yet, but he's still going on
How old
auditions,
is he?
getting little bit roles. 38.
Oh no no
No.
no no no
Nah,
no 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 no.
I agree with y'all. Nah,
No.
self-preservation is key.
No,
Nah,
you could do bad by yourself.
nah, I gotta
Yeah.
go with y'all on this. I'm with
Do
y'all
bad
on
by
that.
Okay,
yourself.
okay.
No.
Self-preservation is key. You got to take care of yourself because I think it's kind of a weird thing because if you go back to speaking of Oprah, there was a special on Oprah years ago. Remember we watched it? It was dudes. They showed women and a bunch of dudes. They pulled out a bunch of dudes and they would say they pulled out a bunch of good-looking dudes or right-looking dudes and like 3s and 4s. Then they switched everybody's job and said what they did. They put a 3 and a 4 with an exotic job. He became a 10. They put a 3 and a 4 with a 1 and a 2 job. He was a 0. So if you think about it in caveman times, although brown people have never been cavemen, let's be clear. The cave woman will look for who's gonna get the biggest kill, who can eat,
Hunt and kill.
who got the hunt
Women
and
are
kill,
attracted to power.
who got the big. Even if you go look at animals, the woman's gonna go with which guy is gonna breed the best, who's the biggest and strongest, who could protect this. So it's natural. She was telling me this morning. All right, we're gonna bump heads. We both strong will, we both strong mind, but a woman wants a strong man. But she don't want to be weakened. But she definitely wants a strong man. So I'm like, that shit's mad confusing.
But you
But-
got it.
Stability
But you got
and
it.
I get what you're
security
saying, like, you
and
know what I mean?
protection.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
kind of like a two-way street because y'all want a
To
strong
be
woman's going to
submissive
challenge
sometimes,
you,
know?
Yes.
and make
But
your,
you still
make your,
don't want to be controlled, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
So
You want to be taken care of.
exactly.
And that's
you want
fucking
care.
weird.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
And
No,
and
it's
I
not.
think men want
it's
that
beautiful,
too, though.
but
yeah.
it is weird.
We all want to be taken care of.
Right.
We all want to know that there's
For
times
sure.
that,
Exactly.
God forbid, you could support me through something I'm going through, and I can support you if you go through something that wasn't planned. And at
Yep.
least I know I can lean on you, whether
Yep.
it's emotionally or financially,
Exactly.
whatever it is.
Exactly.
Now, let me ask y'all this, okay? If somebody cheats on you, does that mean that they don't love you?
No.
No.
I don't
No.
think so.
Because
No, they was just entertaining
Love and monogamy.
themselves.
Yeah, no.
Love and monogamy they don't mean the same.
I mean, it can in some instances, I'm
it,
sure.
it goes hand in hand,
But-
but it's not the same.
No.
all right, because a lot of times in situations as women, when things happen, we're
You
like,
don't love me.
you don't
if
love
you
me.
did that.
And you never, and we try to dissect it. Did he love this person and never love me?
Right.
Was he lying to me? Like, you know, what really happened? What went on? So, Styles, as the man in the room,
Gotcha.
okay, what are the reasons why men
He
cheat?
said, "I'm ready."
Your cock. Pardon my French. No, like, guys want to nut all the time. Like, all the time.
Snapped.
Me?
Right, it's just entertaining yourself.
It's so
Bingo.
like, so,
That's
and
why
when
their hands are always in their boxers.
you want to kind of, for a guy, think your life, the quality of life is how much you ejaculate and make money.
No, but this
It's
makes
Nah,
so
y'all
sense.
shallow and
laughing.
simple.
Like, y'all,
No, listen.
So simple-minded.
So
It's not
I'm gonna let
Sorry.
him. I'm gonna let him finish.
Sorry,
but to
sorry,
say
sorry.
to key on
Okay.
to what he's
That's
saying.
like in layman's
in,
terms.
Right.
in anatomy, right? A man is constantly producing his reproductive organs, which is sperm. Constantly. There's new sperm. So he got to get rid of the old sperm because the new sperm is constantly reproducing. As women, our reproductive organ, the egg, we only get it once a month.
Right.
So we're not out here looking to get fucked as much as guys are looking to fuck because they have to release that sperm that's constantly building up and constantly has
Whose
to.
side are you on?
I'm
Right.
just this is
No,
No,
this is
she's
the
on
truth.
both sides
Okay.
because
Exactly.
it's actually
This
because
the
I think
truth.
most
No, it's
most
really the
dudes
truth.
like I swear.
And that goes to me saying why monogamy and love isn't the same thing because you can love, but you going to slip up on monogamy and it's your
Well,
fault.
especially if your partner doesn't understand that.
You think-
how
Exactly.
your
So you
need
think-
is just your
Why do
sexual
women
need is-
cheat?
Women cheat to fill in the
Oh,
gap.
yeah, I think
Of
women
what they're
probably
missing.
cheat for
Emotions.
They
emotions,
meet for
they feel
emotion.
hurt.
They cheat for emotion. They cheat for money. They cheat
They
for
cheat
attention.
because they're checked
attention. I was
out.
going
They
to say
cheat
attention.
to y'all know my favorite
Because-
reason to cheat. Y'all know my favorite reason to cheat?
No.
To get back, bitch.
Okay.
nigga.
Revenge.
Revenge.
You did it, I could do it
You
too.
did it. Why can't I?
Two can play that game.
Okay.
You know what's funny about it? Like, think about this as a society as a whole. We, and I'm not knocking, we talk shit about the black man being a cheater.
That's all, man.
Like, just
Yeah,
think about
yeah, I know
it.
what
All men being cheaters or
Yes.
men are cheaters. Unless the dude was gay, who did he cheat with?
Gay men cheat too.
No, I'm going with that. I'm just saying it was a woman involved.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
It was a woman involved.
And 9
so
times
we,
out of 10, she knew what she was getting herself
and
involved
she knew
in.
what she was getting into, but we never really called that one out. We never really say this is what's going on. So this Lord's black man or brown man or white man or whatever he is totally with another woman who's going, this is cool, and it really doesn't have like how y'all cheat and we cheat. I think it's totally two different things.
Although
A
sometimes
guy
men
never
aren't
really
honest.
cheats out of anything but one in a nut, and that is the honest truth. Like he may be unhappy, he may be this and that, but he loves his woman and this and that. But guys really usually cheat from just wanting a nut, and women don't really understand that. 'Cause
Does
we
it
don't
matter
really
what the
have
woman looks like? Does it matter like anything about her?
That's to the guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's some guys
That's
I've been
personal,
surprised
I
with.
guess.
There's some guys I've been surprised with. You did that, bro.
Shit,
I've said that to the homies. Damn, homie, you did that one? That's crazy.
even
So I
worth
think
it.
it's more, and not to make an excuse because it's wrong no matter how you put it. Let's just be flat out. I think women hurt more than men do when it comes to that. But it's all the way flat out wrong, and I think the guys just don't think about the hurt. They think about the nut first.
Absolutely.
And you're not really thinking about that other
I
shit.
think men
You know
would
what
be
else they don't think
so
about?
hurt if a woman cheated. Though.
That's
I
what I
think,
was
gonna say.
I think that's something
Definitely.
they
I
might
was
not
just
never
about to say
recover
that.
from.
For sure.
I
I
was
feel
just
like
about to
we
say
can
that.
recover from it. I don't know that men,
I agree with y'all
Absolutely.
on that.
because then you'd be thinking like,
Men don't think about
Ego
well,
is
can I
crushed.
take the same thing? Because men cheat and we find out as a woman we're supposed to get over it. But if you cheat, when a man find out, it's over. There's no getting over it. He
Right.
can't
Exactly.
deal.
Look at you.
He
Can't
look at
think
you
of it.
totally different. You're the biggest slut whore bitch in the world. You're crazy. All you want to do is let niggas fuck
Right,
you.
right.
Right. That's all you want. And
I think we just
that's
emotion.
it.
I think
and
y'all
men be caring about shit
emotionally-
like, did you suck his dick?
Right.
Like they be.
Was it bigger than mine? Did you
Maybe what it
enjoy
is.
it better?
Because they feel like somehow sucking a dick is worse than having sex.
And I think the other way
personal. It's
around.
like you
Right? Do
wanted
you
to.
think
You
that's
really
worse
wanted
if a
to.
girl does that?
I think they're
than
both
if she
pretty
like-
bad.
Some people think that a lot of guys think that's worse. Like
That was
she sucked
extra.
his dick.
That was extra. That was really what you wanted to do.
They're both pretty bad.
It really depends on how you feel that day.
Like, how is he gonna kiss you? After
Like, you know
that?
what I mean? They both, I think they're both pretty much very deep for a guy to think about.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? You know, either one.
What if she's like, I had anal? Oh my god!
Guy might be destroyed
Angela
off of that one.
she's obsessed with anal. She's obsessed.
He
Because
may
that's
be-
like
She
another
cheats for
Let him
anal.
put it in my
needs to leave
butt.
her.
We didn't really have
Another
sex. I only
level.
let him put it in my
Definitely.
butt.
But men are
That don't
men are
count.
taught. I mean,
men would be like, it didn't count. I
don't
only
count.
fucked her in the ass.
Like, what?
holy shit.
I'm sorry, Styles. You were saying.
I was like, why am I here? What am I doing?
What did I sound like?
Adjua brought him here.
For sure.
No, this has been highly anticipated for quite some time now.
Because Adjua was gonna come with it without you, but I enjoy
Yeah.
having you both here, and she will be back.
Without you.
With
Yeah.
or without you?
And then we'll talk
He's
about
like,
the
fine with
and
me.
then we'll talk about the dildo the next time.
Woo! Okay, I can't wait.
Yeah. This is what it's for.
Part 2.
Yeah, part
Go
2.
ahead, yeah, do what you do.
The continuation.
I don't mind.
But listen, we're waiting for that relationship book. Now,
Yes.
Adjua, both of y'all are authors now, so this is the married author family
Yes, authors.
Wow. Yep. Yep.
over
we are.
here. I love it. I think it's
Yes.
amazing.
It is
is.
amazing.
She's a better
Congratulations.
author than me.
I like your fictional novels, though.
I'm
Very
good with
just. I
fiction.
think you did a
Wait
great
till my
job.
next one. I'm gonna do that shit.
Yeah. No, I think
Her
it's
next
great.
book's gonna be crazy too, though.
Okay,
And
good.
our next book will be even. It'll be
The
awesome.
relationship book.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
It'll be
can't-
super. It'll be super duper dope.
Okay, and you guys are also doing a book on nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, and I always tell everybody when we're on the show that what you put in your body really does also affect what you taste like.
Amen.
Yes.
And that's
You are what
important
you
too.
He knows that.
Bonk.
He knows that.
That
Or
was a
what you
good
eat.
point.
Yes.
You know,
I tell people that
you
all
know,
the time
because
too.
I enjoy your vagina juice. I do.
She tastes
I tell her
amazing.
this all the time. It tases amazing.
This is your red
Because
velvet
if you
cake
don't
right
have
here.
good
Come on,
vagina
red
juice,
velvet
you
cake.
like. I'm just
on,
saying,
red
bro,
velvet
let's excuse you out of this. Like, if you don't have good vagina juice or a good scent, or it doesn't remind the man of something,
Right.
it's gonna be a horrible experience. It's gonna be a very horrible experience. See, because the vagina. Let me squeeze your butt while I say this. The vagina.
Oh, this is love.
It's going
Hey,
down
you
tonight.
brought me here. No, I think that's a big important part. Like we don't say that. I think the animal attraction during sex,
Definitely.
as far as liquids,
Yes.
scents, small things,
Yeah.
texture, feel.
All
We
that
like big
matters.
things over
It
here.
all
all of
matters.
that really matters during a moment. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All
And I
parts
think-
matter.
And
'cause
we
that-
don't want no funky spunk either. Let's be
Right.
clear.
No, not at all.
Exactly.
So
Well, he's great.
yeah, so
Vegan-
guys,
vegan
your
life is
diet matters
amazing.
too. Y'all will
Yeah.
taste amazing, or you can taste
Watch the
funky.
Yes.
asparagus, fellas.
Yeah.
Asparagus makes for a funky nut. I'm just here to teach.
Experience.
All
Just here to
right.
teach.
I'm just here to teach.
Well,
Just here to
Adjua and
teach.
Styles P, thank y'all so much.
Thank you for having
Love
us.
is love.
We
for
appreciate
coming
y'all.
through.
Thank you
Adjua's going to
for
be coming
coming.
back to visit us
I
even
am.
more frequently.
I definitely am.
So
This
I'm
is fun.
excited about that.
Yes.
And once again, let people know where they can pick up the book.
Amazon and Barnes and Nobles and my site Adjua Styles.
Mrs. Adjua style.
Oh, that's no.
That's her Twitter.
That's my Twitter.
I'm fine. I'm high.
Thank
He
you.
just wants to
Don't
say
listen
it.
to him.
Yeah, I was
Exactly.
going to say that.
He just wants to
I
keep
was gonna
saying
get rid
Put
of
the
the- I
missus
was
on
gonna
it.
go
Put the
with
missus
Adjua.
on there. You're my wife. Okay.
All
Yeah, I
right,
was
it's lip
riding with that wave.
service.
Yes.
Bomb.